Welcome guys, and in today's video we're going to be taking another look at your fake skin. Now we got a lot to cover here. I got 5 pieces sent in by 3 different people, and I gotta say right off the bat, there's some really nice stuff. But before we get into that, if you like this kind of content, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you guys are ready for this, then let's go. First up is Toosie. Brother, thank you for sending this in. If you guys don't know, Toosie's been a great support to the channel. It's always a pleasure to talk to him, and it's been great to have your work here, man. So thank you for sending it in. I'll have you guys take a look at his work right here, and I'll give you a little bit of background on him. So Toosie started off at the age of 16. He learned from his aunt. She really kind of showed him how to set up and tear down and whatnot. He later had a friend that allowed him to do, some guinea pig work on him. Again, he was young at the time. Then life happened, as it usually does, and Toosie stopped tattooing for quite a while. Later, he found himself in a, different position, had a little bit more time, and no real solid direction, if you will. And so he found tattooing again, and it was everybody around him encouraging him to follow that passion, to do what they know that he is good at, and he did that. So 100 tattoos later, he is still at it, and he's still working hard, and I hats off to you, brother, because you're out there and you're hustling and you're working hard. So again, my hat off to you, my friend. So Toosie's been tattooing a lot of real skin, a lot of solid tattoos, but he wanted to do something on fake skin so he could send it here, which I think is awesome. So again, thanks Toosie, appreciate you, man. And on this piece, he used a 3-round liner, tight 9 curved mag or round mag, and he used a 9-round liner. He also sent us what I thought was pretty cool. We have the original design here, and we also have the stencil. So you can really see the process. This was the design he had, stencil went on, and then this was the completed piece. He also recently started using curved mags. He ordered his CNC Q2 and also curved mags, and he said that was a real game changer. So if you're thinking what needles to use, again, I'm just sharing Toosie's experience, and he really enjoys curved mags. So right off the bat, I really like this piece. It's dark, it's heavy, and that's my bias. I like that style of work. The line work is pretty solid. I don't see any crazy lines here and there. The shading is nice and soft, if you will. You see the different gradations he made over here. It's quite dark under here, and it does a nice grade out over here. Same kind of thing. Got this soft shading going, soft shading up over here. And I like how you left this area open. And I guess if there I had anything real constructive to say, I would say try to leave a little bit more open area so that the tattoo can breathe a little bit. It's dark, and I love that, but try in some areas to let a little bit more skin show through. It's a little tricky because we're trying to shade this entire piece, and they can get dark quick. I don't think this is too dark because, again, I like dark work, but there's a lot of little details in here. There's a bunch of little flowers back here. There's a lot of little things going on in this tattoo, and I think if you let it breathe just a little bit more, then you would have gotten a little bit more dynamic. You would maybe been able to see a little bit more of these flowers back here and what have you, but as a whole, I love it. My sister is very much into Alice in Wonderland, and so we've been working on a sleeve for her, so it's been really cool to see this. Now here's the thing. He used very thin fake skin. Now we've seen this a lot, and the problem we usually get is a lot of cut throughs and blowouts and whatnot, because again, this is really thin. So let's flip it over, and I think this is where this piece really shines. There are some spots here and there where it's a little deep, but this is extremely thin fake skin, and to keep that much of the tattoo on the other side, if you will, is pretty impressive. I have worked with this fake skin before, and it is quite a challenge to not blow lines out, to not cut through. But again, there's a lot to see here. You got the little guy up here, the clock's breaking, the spillage down here. So nonetheless, Toosie, fantastic job, my friend, because I think this looks really good. And when put on the skin, it only looks better. So good job, brother. Thank you for sending it in. Thank you for taking the time to do this and send it in. Again, much appreciated. Next up, we have Jose Martinez. Now, Jose sent us 2 pieces of work here, and I think, again, they're really good. You guys are just getting really good. So anyhow, take a look at those while I let you know a little bit about Jose. So Jose Martinez is from East Rochester. He started practicing on himself in 2018. And then come 2019, he started working in a shop as a body piercer. But it was only a few months after that that he actually got an apprenticeship with the owner or whatnot and started apprenticing there. Fast forward some time, he found himself very held back by the shop. They only would allow him to do certain things all the time, use certain needle groupings. He just felt very held back. So he actually did these 2 pieces right here to just show I can do more. And apparently the boss was not happy. He told him that they were wrong, they weren't done right, all that, just whatever, right? But the other artists in the shop are telling him like, nah, man, this looks good. You've got potential to do more. Long story short, he ended up having to move anyhow. He no longer works there. So he sent them here so we can have a look at them. So again, I know you guys have been looking at these, but I gotta say, they're freaking awesome. I really like it. Specifically, I really like this one over here. I mean, this is great as well. I think it comes down to just preference, right? I just prefer this one. It's like, wow. Now, let's take a look at these lines. If you come in over here on the bee and the honeycomb, these are some really nice, crisp lines, especially coming from a very small liner. It looks like this could be done with a 3, maybe a 5, I don't know. Nonetheless, it was a very small liner, and the lines are nice and crisp on both of them for that matter. And I think there's a lot of different techniques used here. They have different things going on. This looked very much stimply, very like whip shaded, stippled. And I don't do a lot of stippling, but this is really nice. I might have to do more just because seeing it on fake skin now is like, wow, that looks really cool. Nonetheless, that's what he's doing here. I think that the shades are right on the money. The leaves are carrying the black, the depth. The stem is carrying the depth. We have a lot of open skin here with this really nice stippled shading. I just think it's well done. It looks like it would be a tattoo that sits on the skin nicely. I would get this tattoo, and I don't really big fan of flowers per se, but I like this. And if we jump over here, we see what appears to be maybe a little bit of stippling, but a bit more dot work, if you will. And again, testing both of those skills, it looks fantastic. Really, really does. Really like how crisp they are. And again, there's a lot of open skin here. I like that as well. Personally, I would have gotten extra dark in the real crevices, real depths down there. I would have just really put it in a little extra black, but again, this is really nice. Maybe I'd have done something in the wings, but again, that's the artist's choice. I like it. It looks fantastic. I don't really have anything negative to say at all. So at this point, my main camera decided it was just gonna stop recording. So nonetheless, I lost all my audio. So we're gonna be talking over as we continue to look at this particular piece. Now this was also done on very thin fake skin. And as you can see on the back, again, it looks really nice. They didn't even go through the fake skin at all, which at times can be difficult, so I do give people props when they do it, and they do it well. On the rose over there, I didn't see anything coming through at all. On the bumblebee on the other side, there was a few spots, and that happens when you're using really small liners on such thin skin. It can happen, so it's understandable. So let's flip those back over and take a look at the front again. So of the two, again, I will have to say that the flower is my favorite, but they're both done with different techniques, and I think both of them show a really nice high level application. So I would disagree with the person who told you that you shouldn't be or whatever. I would definitely agree with the other artists you talk to, and that these are really nice. And again, I apologize, my camera died. No worries, Jose. You did a fantastic job. Hands down, nice work. And I hope, I really do, that you keep at it, that you don't let the people, things knock you down. There's always going to be naysayers. It's just the way it is. But keep pushing and keep rocking, brother. And thank you, Jose. Really appreciate it, man. And last up, we have Thack. And Thack sent us 2 pieces he's been working on. And I'm going to let you guys take a look at those real quick. And I'm going to give you a little bit about Thack. So Thack is from Brooklyn, New York. He started out about 2 weeks ago. Now, I've had these fake skins for a couple weeks, so we can say he's probably been at it for a month now. But at the time of these, 2 weeks ago, and he's looking forward to what's to come in his journey with just a few weeks under his belt. I think he's off to a fantastic start. Again, he's doing color work primarily, we can see here. So let's dive into it. As you guys could probably already tell, the color work in this is really nice. I love the blends here, the different little yellow spots, the mixture of this blue and the green. Really, really cool. And over here as well, it's really, really pretty to look at. Some really nice color blends over here as well. And you could tell the more you look at it, the more different colors were put into this to achieve the look. And overall, I think they both look really good. A couple things that I would say is, one, in the skin, if you don't have an outline of some kind or a way to hold the tattoo there, a way to pretty much keep it from fading away with time, that's what's going to happen, essentially. It's going to fade away with time. It's going to lose its boundaries, and you're going to end up with something that gets a little mushy out here on these lighter areas. So I do see that you did lining and you lined in color, which is fine. However, some of it is not there. It's pretty well missing. So if this were actually in the skin, you would find yourself running into some difficulties as it healed, meaning that lines would be so faint or missing or whatnot. So I would keep lining in mind. I can clearly see you understand how to use color and how to blend them and how you see them. But in real life and in real application, you need some sort of a outline or some sort of a background, even a background, and you shaded or colored right up to this. That would have helped keep that in there as well. But nonetheless, you need something, again, to hold that together. Over here you have that, but again, it's a little thin. It's a little thin, and maybe in the real skin it may not last during the healing process. So my only critique really on these, because they're beautiful, would be lining. Just take your time, spend a little time and practice that. Work on, you can continue to work on the fake skin, but just work on lining. And you can, again, keep using these small liners. It's fine. Just practice with them a little bit more, and I think you're going to really notice a big difference. And again, if you want to outline in color, that's fine. You just want to make sure that they're going to last. And one last thing is always to keep in mind when you're practicing color or anything that involves a lot of saturation is fake skin doesn't cry, fake skin doesn't get overworked. Just make sure that you're putting the colors in smartly, that you're not overdoing one area too much in an effort to get the exact tone you're going for. Because I have done that and I have overworked the skin, especially when I was learning how to apply color to skin. But nonetheless, for 2 weeks in, it's fantastic. I wish I was doing this in 2 weeks, my goodness. So nonetheless, Thack, keep at it, looking fantastic. We're going to flip these over real quick. And as we can tell, there's nothing really came through over here. You can get the shading from the other side. Over here, we have a couple spots that are a little bit deep. And because this is thicker skin, you don't want to have too much of this coming through the back. Still, as a whole, very minimal, and nothing is popped through. So I think you're on track in that regard. So again, Thack, as a whole, I think that the work looks fantastic. Just work on some lining and continue the journey, because you're going places. Just keep at it. Don't let nobody knock you down. Keep your head up. Everybody, we're all working at the same thing. We're just trying to become better at what we do, or we're trying to learn something and be responsible about it, and over time become the best we can. And that's all I've been doing on this channel, is just doing what I can do, showing what I do, sharing what little information I have, and together we're going to get better, because the same thing happens for you guys. You share your experiences with me, and it opens my eyes. I learn new things, or I push myself to learn new things so I can show you guys things. Nonetheless, it's been fantastic. It is fantastic. It's a great community, and all the work I've seen today tells me that you guys are doing fantastic, and I wish you all the best of luck as you continue. So again, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out the Art Something Tattoo podcast, where I just kind of run my mouth for 5 to 10 minutes about tattoo related things. And ring the bell to get notifications when I post. We're going to be starting our live videos very soon. So again, thank you guys, and until next time, peace.